Hello, welcome to One Closer to Success, where we have
Brendan Albino.
and we are going to be talking about the Bible, wisdom, spirituality, and all the good stuff.
Life in general.
Exactly. So let's just keep this as as a conversation. First, how was your day, dude?
Dude, my day was great. Had 2 classes today. Have a 3 class on Monday, but overall the schedule's light. Freshman year. For those of you who don't know, obviously no one knows, but I took a semester off last year, so I'm still technically a freshman, but I'm old for my grade, so I'm 20-year-old right now as a freshman, so that's good.
Are you actually 20?
I am 20. You never knew that?
I never knew that.
We're learning something.
There's a fun fact right there. Damn. Well, how many times did you meditate today? I'm talking about that
only
a little
twice.
bit.
Yeah, I'll tell you about my meditation. So, I love to meditate. I picked it up as a passion about a little over a year ago, about a year and a quarter now. It's been a really big part of my life since I've.
You speak up.
Yeah, so it's been a really big part of my life since I started to meditate. But I try to meditate about like 5 hours a day, a little more sometimes.
A what?
I just love it, man. It keeps me at peace. I'm in my zen, and I learn so much. I'm trying to share that wisdom with people, and that's where the point I'm trying to get. I'm trying to immerse myself in God until my brain's fully formed, and then I can really, in Ecclesiastes, for example, that example of you have to not only suffer, but you have to listen to gain that wisdom, so then you could share it with others.
Okay, that's amazing. Where did you start with all this? Like before the meditation, before all the Zen and peace, where were you before that? Like let's backtrack.
Before that, my whole life I was like big popular kid in school. I was very expressive, very outgoing. But now I'm trying to like show my wisdom in silence type of deal. That's one of the Buddhist teachings, and I'm really trying to stay at like peace there and not be as expressive, but being expressive in my actions and like what I'm doing every day in my everyday life, getting closer to God and trying to better everyone around me.
Okay. What does the Buddhist like mean to you? What does he do for you?
It's just it's everything to me, really. That whole Hindu mythology and the whole, that's really where not only like God came from at the start, where all religion really originated from, but it's just the teachings there, and I believe in it so wholeheartedly that I think that's gonna be the end and the beginning. It's the beginning and it's gonna be the end. Obviously it never ends, but when you're thinking of the end of the cycle of Brahma himself, then
Who is that? Who's Brahma?
the god of Hindu mythology, the creator. As you know, God is the creator.
Okay, and that's what obviously you call him, because I call him, just God, but then God the Father, and then for me is Jesus Christ for us.
That's it.
But what do you call God the Creator? What's his name?
He has many names. Just many names, but it's Brahma overall.
Brahma. Okay.
Yeah, but I think an important thing to note there is Brahma right now has 4 heads.
What?
Yeah. So that's why we have to pray. That's why I emphasized last night. Remember I said that in our religious group. I said something like we need to like pray. Make sure we're praying through Jesus Christ and praying to the right, like through the right person.
Mm-hmm.
I said that, and she was super confused.
Miriam was
what I meant by that was you need to really be praying through Jesus, because Brahma has 4 heads.
Yes, and connect to, yes.
They're always listening,
Yes, of course.
The bad is listening.
Listening right now.
They're listening, and it's just you have to be careful not only with your words, but with the fact that you must really be careful with your prayers and what you're wishing for, because those should be portrayed in silence. The things you're wishing for, because it should be by the beat of your heart.
Of course. Wow, that's really powerful, dude.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Pulling up, what did you want to ask me before? What did you?
I didn't have any questions in specific. I just had a couple points. But ask me another question.
All right. So let's say what does your mind go through when you're in that meditative state? And you know what? Could you show what do you do when you meditate? How do you sit?
I try to sit with as straight as possible. I have a couple cushions, couple covers, couple what's it called? When you the cover when you put it over yourself?
Like a cover.
Yeah, I mean it's just a cover, but there's not a poncho. It's similar. A prayer shawl. That's what it is. Prayer shawl. And I have my rosary beads sometimes. I pray with those at night. But overall, it's just, I mean, you just sit there and you're in Zen. You know, there's three meditative states of mind. Well, three states of mind in general. It's the Tama, the Raha, and the Shavata.
Explain about that. What is that?
The Tama is your subconscious mind, where everything is held from your past lives, from everything. This is where you're really connecting to different things, and you're trying to make yourself better by connecting to these past things and connecting your past wisdom and knowledge to try to whole yourself and try to eventually fulfill your dharma and fulfill this idea of samsara, and you want to escape that. Samsara is obviously the cycle of birth and rebirth, and anyone who doesn't know what dharma is, it's like one's moral right and one's duty. But the subconscious mind, you really want to tap into that, and that's why it's so crucial to meditate, because you're sitting there and you're in silence and you're monitoring the movements in your brain. Not only that, you're monitoring different timelines almost in your brain, and it's such an awesome feeling when you read something or you hear about something, and then you're like wow, I can connect to that on a deep spiritual level.
That's beautiful.
And you're like, your Tama, you just know it's there, it's there. And the Raha is a conscious mind that everyone really knows, the consciousness and how we talk, how we go about our everyday lives here. And that's, the consciousness is really, it's tough right now, mostly in the time that we're in, because it's getting like tarnished and it's getting attacked. The voice is going on right now, and all the darkness going on.
So much spiritual warfare.
We're in a time that
the end.
The end. It's the end days, man. It's time to dial in, focus in.
Facts.
It's really time to dial in. I don't know why people are messing around right now. I'm too dialed in, I guess.
That's so funny. No, that's the truth. How do you and how did you?
Oh, I forgot to mention Shavata.
Yeah,
so Shavata is the higher state of mind. That's where you really want to reach, but there's a barrier. You could think of the three state of minds like solid, liquid, and gas. The liquid is, or the gas is the subconsciousness floating around. The consciousness is the liquid, it's flowing, you're going through, and then you're really solid. You're most solid when you're at this high Shavata state, when you're in your higher consciousness of mind. And this higher consciousness of mind, you're connecting. You're in this place where our home, where we originated from, and you're trying to connect with God. That's the state where you're really closest to God, Shavata. And that's really the most important state to me. But not only do you want to connect to your Tama, but you want to be in this Zen where you're creating a stronger bridge between your consciousness and the two others.
So much good information. Honestly, I've never soaked up so much good information about meditations, and I was gonna ask, where did you and how can you find inner peace? Like, how can you be able to ground yourself without your phone, without electronics, without this, without that, and just sit there? Like, how you just sit there and
discipline. It's really discipline. It's what you want in life. It's what your faith is. That ties into Shadaha, it's called. And that's your faith that resides within your heart. What you want in life, what you are faithful in. And another Bible verse is, what hath in your heart shall become. So it's pretty much what you're believing in and what you choose to follow in life is what you really want to become and what you will eventually become. This idea that you really have to be a peace of mind, and you have to follow the importance of life. You can't overlook this. I mean, you're overlooking life. You can't reach love without truth first. You need to have truth, and then you can reach love. Love is everything. Love is God.
Yeah.
But you really need to have the truth of it all first. Everyone's blinded. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's hard to reach that state to really recognize. It took me a while to really recognize And one of this moments, shout out to my fellows at home, they really know about this moment, is I was sitting under the sky at a campsite, and I saw like the sky like glitching, and it was just a moment where I'm like, wow, we're in this place temporarily. Like, this is not our home. Why are we here right now? It really made me think, like, we need to get out of here. Like, how am I gonna play my part in getting us out of here? Because it's the end days, like I said. And
Of course.
we just, you gotta stay humble and kind as well. I mean, it's all about that. It's so many different aspects of it that it's amazing. It truly is the power of behind meditation and prayer that people really should be connecting to right now.
That's amazing.
Should be connecting
That's
to.
amazing.
Should be. I mean,
But no.
I hope everyone is. At least, like, just wake up and thank God for your day.
Exactly.
Thank
Yes.
Thanks for having another. Thank you for my breath. Thank you for my parents. I mean,
Amen.
we most of us watching this or listening to this have parents. Like,
Amen.
call them and tell them you love them.
Amen.
I mean, it's ridiculous. People just overlook, and technology is disgusting now. It really is. I mean, people
Facts.
just sit on that
The
all
music
day.
industry.
I don't think I've had a day where I've been on my phone. The only game I ever play is Wordscapes, and that's probably like a daily puzzle and maybe another puzzle.
So, like, Wordle.
per day. Yeah, pretty much. And the only time I'm on my phone, Bible verse, searching something up on AI, ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, yeah.
I mean, or looking at like my buddy's group chat or Instagram reel, or Instagram chat.
Yeah,
that my
the
buddy
things
sent.
that I send you, yeah.
That you send me too, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. I mean, I'm on it for probably hour 30, but that's granted. I sometimes pull up like sounds from a meditation, and I also pull up things for what's it called? Just my meditation, different sounds and stuff, and music as well. I love listening to music.
What music do you listen to?
So that's a great question. I've actually been broadening my music taste. Before it was rap and pop. That's it.
So, like, what rap? What?
I mean, just like Travis Scott.
Fiend.
I mean, yeah, Travis Scott, Little Uzi Vert here and there.
Facts, yeah.
There's the common rap, but I've been cutting down on it a little bit. Listen to more pop. I mean, whenever I'm in a
What
bad
pop?
mood or having a bad
What
day.
what do you listen to? Tell me artists. Tell me songs. What is it?
I'll pull some up right now.
Yeah, why not?
We'll scroll through.
Well, what's your favorite song right now?
Lately,
without looking at it. What's your favorite song?
Favorite song right
Favorite
now?
song, or a couple
Probably
favorite
a Christian
songs.
song.
What is it?
It's what's it called? It's called My Jesus, by Annie Wilson.
Okay.
God Only Knows. Who Am I? Talks about David and Goliath, and it's a great song. I've also been listening to Catholic monk chants as well.
Okay.
I mean, it
my
brings
boy
me
wants to be
back.
a monk.
Yeah, no, listen.
Why? Yeah, explain. Why do you want to be a monk? And yeah, why?
So hold on, let's get back to the music taste here. So
Okay.
I've been broadening my music taste. I'm listening to pop. Sorry, I couldn't pull up specific songs, but
It's fine.
well, like Viva La Vida. What a song that is! What a song. I mean, it just gets me like in the mood, you know.
It's that song, right?
Yeah.
It's a good song. Yeah.
So rap, and then I've actually last semester I took a intro to music course,
Mhm.
and I wanted to broaden my music into classical music as well, like Mozart, Beethoven, that type of stuff. So I'm gonna start listening to that more, getting into that. I'm making playlists actually, I mean, it's just I love it, man. It makes me happy. And
So like the old
blessed.
music kind of too.
Yeah, no, and I'm also make like old music. And even some country. I mean,
You know,
my
some
brother's got a
country
little
music.
country.
Yo,
country.
some country music.
That's what I mean.
Some country
Oh, I love
music,
it.
yo.
Yeah, I mean all of the genres. I've been really opening up.
It feeds
It was
the
rap.
spirit.
It was rap and pop and old music, and older music. But now it's brought into Christian music. It's brought
feeds
into
the soul.
lo-fi hip hop radio. Don't get me started with that.
It feeds
I
the
mean,
soul.
don't get me. It does. It's how it's one of the ways we can connect to God.
It's like
he speaks in
grandma's.
words.
It's like grandma's pizza to the soul.
It is. I mean, the vibrations are also ohm and it's just the vibration of everything, the essence around us. Everything vibrates. Nothing is still. Everything moves, and the wavelengths of music that you can listen to and you can pick up on different sounds.
Yeah, just like
and
this.
different voices. I mean, look at
Just like this. This is a vibration right now.
It's all vibrations.
You know, the mic and the aux, how it's
Going
picking up.
zzz.
That's
That's it. I mean,
Yeah. Even this is all vibration, all that stuff. Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. What was your favorite artist for when you got into the Christian music, you know, pop? What is your like favorite artist? Like you are addicted to that song from that artist.
It's honest. I'd have to go Travis Scott. Once again, he just something about him. He's always been with me since I was a little kid. Since his first album, I've always loved it, every single one of his songs. But going into pop, I mean, I love that. Just the variety. I don't like Ed Sheeran, Maroon 5.
Don't get me started,
Maroon 5 is just.
Don't get me started.
Special. It's something special.
Don't get me started.
It really is. But yeah, I mean the basics of pop. It's beautiful. I mean, the music is just so. If you're not listening to music right now, I mean, I don't know. People go to the gym without music on, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Like, at least put some like a little vibration, something on in your ear to make your mind. Because the way brain length works, you should always, when you're reading, you should always if you're alone, you should be talking out loud or like moving your lips. Because the brain, the waves, how they work, is the front of your brain will move with and activate with you speaking, and then the back of your brain is obviously the occipital
I don't know
occipitary or whatever, and the brain, and that part of the brain goes off. And if you do both at the same time, your whole brain's activated, so it retains better, and you're connecting to different things. And I mean, it's all entities. You got to think in entities. You got to think in code. You got to think in everything around you. It's all moving, and you gotta be weary of that. You know.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's hecka deep. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's one of my favorite movies, by the way, The Matrix.
I love The Matrix.
The Matrix.
Yo,
Man.
Neo, when he finally unlocks his power.
Yeah.
Yo.
Well, I really connected to him on a deep level when he's sitting in that train station. You know how he gets sent to that weight train station.
And then it's one-on-one. And it's a
one-on-one. No, it locks him away, and he can't escape from the train station. Because it's like
and the homeless person, guy. Right?
Yeah,
and the homeless person.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
So he just sat in there for days and just prayed. I mean, just meditated on
Neo?
what's around him. Yeah, what's around him and the different. It's amazing. It really is.
I thought it was
the white space. So one of the key thing I have in meditation is think of yourself where you want to be when you're meditating. You know, think of what's around you and think of how you can connect to the things around you and what. Like where I want to be. So sometimes.
Damn.
Hey,
okay.
There's something in here, no?
We got Jesus all around us. So.
I mean, sometimes I'm walking on water when I'm praying. Sometimes I'm in a white space. Sometimes on a grassy field. Sometimes I'm in my room and I'm at school. Like you gotta put yourself in different places because none of this is real really. It's all subjective and. It's all in your imagination. I mean, it's all part of that Shavata state where you have to reach it and put your higher self first, you know, because it's spirituality over material aspects of faith. It's the second commandment.
Of course. You know a lot. You know a lot.
I feel like I got nothing in there, too. I mean,
what?
It really, I feel like I'm not connected to barely anything. I remember, and then I feel, and then it's gone, you know? Remember, feel, gone. It's just a cycle.
You don't get attached to it at all?
I attach to some things, and it's there. But I also, I fill up, then I empty. Fill up and empty. It's like the digestive system almost, where you fill up, and you're full with nutrients, and you know you have those entities.
And then excretion happens.
And excretion, and then you lose it all. If you think of, but it's not that, it's not loss, it's not loss, it's just, not, like, loved and never forgotten type thing.
I think I know
Lost
exactly.
but never forgotten.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
It's never forgotten. It's always there. But yeah, I mean, you just gotta believe in it. Once again, it all comes down to faith and belief.
No,
sometimes it resides in the heart.
Yeah, sometimes it's scary because like how Michael B. Jordan said on one of the podcasts, he said, if you believe in Jesus Christ or if you believe in something with blind faith,
you'll be saved.
Not just that, but you have to be a little insane to think that there's a God. I'm like, of course there is. He died for us. He sacrificed his life so we can live, and that we believe in him, we have eternal life. That's why I'm not scared to die. I'm not.
Immortality of the soul. This body is not. I mean, you know how many bodies we've been through. I work out because of the soul. I don't work out for like.
Yeah, like steroids and all that. No.
I mean, why would you work out for that reason? You're missing the point. You just want to better your body and you want to better yourself, so that you can enter the next life. Because when we rise from the dead, when Jesus rose from the dead, there's no bones, there was no blood, there was no flesh. It was just spiritual body rising.
Amazing.
And that's what we are. We're spiritual beings, and we're not connected to this flesh body.
Like think about it. As it says in the Bible, do fitness for the spirit, so the spirit has a mansion, not a rundown hotel. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know the exact verse, but you know what I'm trying to say, right?
I do.
It's where be fit with your body, for if your body is fit, the spirit will have a mansion, right?
Yep.
It's something like that.
It's mind over body. That's one of the beauties of working out. Your body barely ever wants to do it, but your mind just wills it to, and it pushes it to its limit. And
that's where the flesh comes in.
There's a principle that says you don't want to do something, but when you keep doing it over and over, it becomes like an addiction. I mean,
that's the grind. When you see
once you get this grind and you get this feeling of, oh, I want it better. We got a guest here, and it's like an addiction, man.
When you see the grind and when you see your potential, it just becomes, you're obsessed.
It's endless.
It's addiction.
You have to think of yourself as your potential's endless. I mean, it's limitless. You really need to think that of yourself, because what you think, once again, is what you become. I mean,
he who thinketh, you know what I'm talking about, right? I don't remember the Bible verse.
I don't know what it is, but
I'm gonna search this up. He who thinketh becomes. It's something like that. Do you have anything in your notes that else you want to say? Because I have another question for you.
Interesting note I had. The goal of evolution is to return to unity. That is, you want to have a still mind, so that the soul can rest with true joyful bliss. So the still mind, I mean, once again, it's so key to be meditating. Even if you meditate for 10 minutes a day, you really got to connect to your life. Like, think about different timelines and think about your past. And I know you can't change the past, and I know you shouldn't be guilty about anything in the past, because guilt just leads to blocked chakra flow. But you really need to connect to this, your past life, your past self. That's it. Show the camera. Marco's favorite.
And then the other thing that my Baba showed me, the most wise woman I will ever know in my life. This right here, it's like this. I'm trying to show. Hold on. Okay, it's this. It's where.
Yeah. One of my favorites.
It's where what happens in the body and the spirit is where it closes your energy and it keeps your energy inside. Versus this, what Andrew Tate does, and for me, I personally do it myself. Not just I learned it from him. I learned it from my friends and family. And I also show him sometimes. It's that when you do this, you let the energy flow, new energy, and it's not possessive. It's just like you just let it flow throughout the soul, throughout the body, and you feel better. You feel more energized. That's what I feel from my brain and body. That's what I feel. I feel the blood flows when I go like this. Anyways, I'm more concentrated. I'm more relaxed. You know, I'm not nervous. You know. Anyways, about nervousness, I was a kicker in high school.
Okay.
And I didn't know about this at all. My parents didn't teach me.
Prayer in general?
No. I was religious in 11th grade.
Yep.
That's when I started football, 11th to 12th grade.
Mm-hmm.
What happened is just that I didn't know anything about meditations. I was getting more into Jesus Christ in the Bible. It was beautiful. I loved it. I loved every moment of it.
Uh-huh.
And what happened is that every time I'd go onto the field, I'd just be like, grind, Jesus Christ, grind. I'd be on the field 3 times every day. My rest days were Sundays, and that was it. And then back to the grind, Monday through Saturday. Grind, Jesus Christ, grind, Jesus Christ. And then I'm like, dude, this is working. Cause for my first year as a kicker, I did not do well. I just grinded the entire time, and what happened was, I was addicted to it, cause I was just practicing.
Addiction of failure. It makes you better.
Of course, but I never practiced for perfection. I only practiced for progress. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Never practice for perfection. Always practice for progress. Because progress sometimes leads to failure, but always, always, always guarantees growth. Always.
Always. Even if you're one step backwards, 2 steps forward.
Because you're always one step closer to success.
Always.
You like that?
There it is.
You like that?
Connected it back to the fence.
You like that?
I do.
But what were you saying? What were you gonna say?
I forgot. I don't know. Let's
Anyways, let me continue what I was saying. Is that after that I kept on grinding during the summer, and then after that I got closer. I went to church more. I read my Bible every day, multiple times a day, 2 to 3 times a day.
Good.
I was annotating. I was praying. I was meditating. I was just in a zen. I was in a mode where
that
I'm like
mode, that monk mode. You never want to break it once you're in it.
I was in the monk mode where I'm not gonna stop because there's no reason to. I have to keep on going.
Tell me about your
better.
opinion on drugs.
Alright, so I will never do them because I'm not interested in them.
Why aren't you interested?
Because it's not. I feel like it'd be a waste of my time, not gonna lie. Because I have too much things to do in a day that sometimes I don't even have enough time. I have to put in overtime.
Yeah.
So, like, for my trading, editing the podcast, doing schoolwork, calling my family, eating, going to the gym.
It's busy.
It's nonstop.
And when you're not busy, you should be devoting it to God. I mean,
exactly. You always have something to do.
Yeah.
There's not a time where you should waste it.
Sitting on your phone, I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
Exactly. Exactly. Like,
Get
why?
off your phone, people. Time. Focus in.
Oh, God. And after that, for my senior year, right there, one of the pictures right there, that was my senior year for football.
Okay.
Top right one.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Top right. I was 93% on extra points and field goals.
Woo!
Yeah, baby. 93%.
That's nice. That is nice.
Yeah. And I was the best version of myself. I woke up every day at 5 a.m. to train my legs, train my abs, train my mind. I would eat double. I know it sounds bad, but I would sleep less, but I would just be focused. Nothing else is going to distract me. Yes, schoolwork is important, but I was also learning and focusing on my dreams. My dreams back then were finding who I was.
Yep.
Meaning, finding the discipline in me, finding how consistent I can be, and how bad I want something for myself.
I told myself, when I was in my lowest moment, I just kept telling myself, how bad you want it. How bad you want it. I kept repeating that to myself, how bad you want it. And I wanted it pretty bad to get me to where I am right now. You really gotta want it.
What was it like in your lowest moments? Everybody knows what my lowest moments was because I've said it in multiple podcasts.
I mean,
if you want to talk about it, it's fine.
It was rock bottom. I mean, I felt like I had nothing. I honestly, I didn't even feel like I had love at all. I lost a lot. I lost a girlfriend. My parents were just confused, and they loved me unconditionally, but they were just confused, and you could just say they were treating me differently, and they just didn't treat me like Brendan, you know? And it was hard. It was sad. My brother didn't know what to say, didn't know what to do, so he was kind of just stagnant and distant from me. And then my sister, she was always there for me. I was calling her, texting her more than probably my parents.
That's powerful.
But yeah, she was a big part of it, but it was just, I was at a low point, and I turned to God. I was meditating a lot before.
How many times did you used to meditate when you started? Like, when you actually were dialed in?
It was probably, when I started to really dial in, I started to read the Bible, and I read the Gospels.
Did you do the entire thing? Did you read the entire thing?
I just read the Gospels. All the Gospels.
So
that's where I really start.
The Bible.
I've been faithful my whole life, and
Of course.
I've gone to church my whole life. I've prayed here and there, but nothing like I do today.
Okay.
I mean, but it's. What was it just saying?
No, about your lowest moment.
Yeah, lowest
So
moment.
did you read the entire Bible?
No, so I'm working on that now. I'm
What are you on right now?
I'm on Psalms.
You're on Psalms?
Psalms, but I've read Job.
Beautiful.
I've read Ecclesiastes.
Psalms
I've read
is beautiful.
It really is. I'm on book 3 right now of Psalms, and it's truly beautiful. I mean,
What do you mean
the
book
praise,
3?
like the one after David. It's split in books, Psalms.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I did not. I just learned something. No, I only read Psalms from the until Proverbs.
Yeah.
You know what
I know
I'm
what
talking
you're
about?
yeah.
And I learned a lot from that.
Yeah, so I'm almost done with that, and now I'm reading some Indian spirituality classics. I recommend the Bhagavad Gita, Dhammapada, Upanishads, just Hind. You really got to broaden your mind. I'm a man of many religions personally. I think that's the way to go. I mean, I've been meditating. You connect to different scriptures. It's our whole world. I mean, there's history in our whole world, and there's history in different parts of our world. You need to absorb all that history, and you can't leave one part out, or you're ignorant. I mean, you truly are if you're focused on one thing and not broadening your mind. I mean, I say focus on one thing, and one thing is God. The principle of one, we're all one.
Facts, of course.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah. The one is the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's it.
So I know that before when we used to talk and stuff like that. Guitars playing in the background in the hallway, but
there's vibrations. Someone's trying to tell us something out there.
Exactly, but you want to be a monk after college.
So yes, I want to spend at least a year in a monastery.
Where?
I'm not quite sure, but I actually had a mini calling. I went on a retreat to about 50 minutes away, St. Mount Carmel, and there was a monastery around there, and the guy was telling me about the monks and telling me about the people who want to become priests and all that, and it's inspiring, and it's dedication to God. And honestly, some people, my mom's called me selfish for meditating so much.
No, it's not wrong, because my parents actually used to say, why are you watching a Jesus movie, this and that.
It's like selfish, and it never even crossed my mind. Selfishness never even crossed my mind. It's disgusting to think that people,
think about
prayer
that. Yeah.
could be disgusting, to some people.
It's a way of communicating to God.
It is.
It's
a way of communicating to yourself so you can better others. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to find myself truly, find myself holy, find myself peacefully, so that I can help out as many people as I can. I don't. Part of the monastery is I don't want to be there my whole life. I don't want to be there for even more than 3 years. I want to be there for a finite amount of time to really connect once again to myself and connect to God at a deeper level. Try to connect to my past lives more. And I know I've been a monk before.
What's your mission in life? What is your mission? My mission.
To help as many people as possible. To have a loving wife and children. I really, more than anything, I want a wife and kids. I mean, I really do. I got a taste of love in a simple way, and all I want is love.
What was your way? Parents, sister?
Parents, I mean, not like a relationship love. I got a taste of it in a simple way, and I want more of it, but I want it to find myself first. Because I was lost, and during it, I didn't know who I was,
That was the same thing
I was
for me.
blinded, and I was like,
thanks.
This is it. This is my life, and I'm living. There's a song that goes, 17, you don't think that much about life, you just live it. You know that song?
I do not.
No. I don't know, but that's part of the connecting to music. I mean, music tells different stories, and you can connect to it in your life. And I just feel like there's so many songs out there that I'm connected to, and that's the part. You have to absorb it all now before I go to this monastery, and I spend. Once again, my parents aren't too fond of that, but it's all my path, and it's my opinion. Opinions of others don't matter. It's what you see when you look at yourself in the mirror. That's what matters, because people will hate, and people will
That's real.
People will say,
That's
no,
real.
This kid's doing it wrong, this kid's spending too much time meditating, this kid is out of his mind, he doesn't talk a lot, this kid is
just focused,
blah blah blah. And when I see myself in the mirror, I'm dialed in,
focused.
I'm focused on I am the prize. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Technically, I don't want to be rude or anything, you are the prize. It's been like that since dawn.
Save as many people as possible. I mean, it's sad that some people just don't want to be saved.
It's really sad. And then in this Cliff clip, you know what I'm talking about? There was
What's
this.
the Cliff clip?
Alright, listen. It was where Cliff was talking about one of his friends. He's like, "Yo, Cliff, we played ball together, and you couldn't tell me that this is the way that human life and life in general is gonna end? You couldn't tell me that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life?" It's some type of video like that, and he's like, "I tried to tell you, but you didn't listen."
Mm.
And then his friend goes to, like, hell or something.
That's why I post all this. I post different things on my Instagram. And I post like motivational stuff to try to teach people that God is the way.
What's your Instagram? Shout it out and spell it out.
Albino Bren 8. Albino Bren 8. So I'd go check it out. There's some good stuff on there, but I don't know. Now I'm just maybe social media isn't the way to go because there's the Buddha's teaching once again. You show your wisdom in silence. And even though I want to help so many people right now, it's not my time, you know?
Not yet.
Not yet.
You're helping yourself when you want to help others.
That's it. I'm helping myself, but I want to help others.
Just like me.
But I'm helping myself to help others. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You want to learn so you can educate others. Like how,
Exactly.
like for me, when I'm done with college, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be just in peace. I'm gonna hopefully, whoever comes to me at this college, I really don't want to find a wife after college because I'm not gonna be really interested. So what I want to do is not find somebody, but hopefully somebody come to me and connect with them, and then after that, live like kind of in the mountains. Just live in peace. Create a family. Create something that's real while I'm trading, getting in income. While that's happening,
Preaching as much as you can too.
Yes, and then after that, one of my
as much as you
dreams
can.
and one of my missions is that I want to be not a preacher, but a motivational speaker of Christ and to help others. Because as you guys know, I was in a deep addiction to 18 plus content, and that's one of the reasons why I fell in love in 10th grade. I really fell in love with somebody. Her name was. I'm not gonna say her name. Let's I don't wanna.
Let's not name drop because who knows?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I'm sorry, but I really fell in love with her. Like, and then after that, it's just that. No, it's really sad. She broke up with me over my haircut.
Oh boy, Marco.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Oh boy, Marco. Maybe it was a little deeper than that. See, the thing is, you gotta take everything with a grain of salt. I mean, everything. There's always more depth in everything.
Cause she
always
really
more depth because only you know you. You know, only you know you. So there's always more depth in every situation because God only knows your true intent. It's all about your intent. If you have malicious intent behind stuff, but you're doing good things, like you're not gonna like be virtuous. You're not gonna go far. You're not gonna make it into everlasting life if you have malicious intent behind everything.
What is malicious? What is that? What is that?
It's having bad intent behind things.
I forgive everybody. I
no,
forgive.
It's not about that. It's about if you're doing good things in life, but you only care, you're only doing it for yourself, or you're only doing it for the fact that you're not helping others. Even if you are helping others, you don't want to help others, but you're doing it just for like prowess. You're doing it for
like
image.
Dopamine and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but that's not the real way.
Not the real way.
No, not at all. Because, I actually like fell in love, but I'm not heartless, but God, I fell
You're
fell
like
in love
the
with.
opposite of heartless, but it feels.
I
like
went to heartless.
I know.
And then I went to God.
I feel it.
And then He showed me His way, the truth, and life. And with that, I learned to forgive. And I think I talked about this, how I was saved by Him 3 times. I told you this, right?
Talk about that.
I mean, you were supposed to talk, but alright. I was saved 3 times by. I'll just keep it short. Once in elementary school, I had bronchitis, the last stage. I had a couple hours left. And I passed out, white as a ghost. If you were to think about it, white as the background wall. I was white as that, and it was really bad. Yeah, it was white as the Xbox in the back, and it was bad. The next one was one of my friends from home, his friend. I wouldn't call them friends because I don't know the kid really. Um, they like pranked me and almost stabbed me in my heart in front of my mom. It was.
Friends, huh?
I forgive him though.
Good. No, you should forgive everyone.
It took me years though. It took me 3 years.
I forgive everyone pretty much right away. I've never had trouble with forgiving anyone. I mean.
But I learned on the
Yeah.
way of forgiving him. I learned
At this point, it's just like you feel bad for the person who.
Yeah, because of how much anger they have.
Yeah, you forgive them, and I don't. There's no issue, but you just feel.
No, the
bad.
funny thing
it's
is,
like,
they're an atheist.
it's like I'm sorry.
Like,
I feel bad.
Isn't
it's
that
a
crazy?
genuine sorry. Like I'm like.
Isn't that so sad? They're atheist.
I mean,
And
people
I just don't
believe in different
understand.
gods.
No. He was an atheist. Well, he still is an atheist.
I don't believe they exist. I believe they just say that because they believe in different God than we do. I believe people say they're atheists because they don't want to say what God they believe in.
Well, because they don't know a God, even though that they think that there's a God,
Yep.
even though they don't know the name.
Yep.
It's just like God, like for me, for you. Yeah, that's just how it works.
That's how it is.
And the last one was I was on a boat. I don't want to sound spoiled or anything. I was just on vacation in Italy, and what happened was I felt the tap on my shoulder. Nobody was there. It was an angel, and we were about to crash into a ship, a crab ship, 50 yards away. So close. The captain turned the steering wheel so hard that it almost broke.
Wow.
And
it's a great story right there. You could definitely go more in depth with that one. But.
And then as time went and I got more closer to God, it was that all the Bible verses that are in my Bible and they are really underlined have a meaning to my life. The parables are they're real. They have a seed in my heart, in my soul, in my mind, Yeah. But have you ever thought of crucifying your flesh?
What does that even mean?
like crucifying the flesh, meaning like getting away from sin and just.
I really don't sin anymore. I don't even see how I can sin at this point. I don't do anything sinful. My day-to-day life, there's not even sin close to it. I just avoid any situation where I can even sin. I avoid situations that I could put myself in where I can sin. It's just you got to keep yourself in this mindset where it's not we're all together, and you doing bad things or you doing bad things is not only harming you, but it's harming the ones around you. It's harming everyone because we're all one.
Yes.
So sinning is harming everyone. It's not harming you, and even if you're just like, oh, like I'm guilty of myself, but it's my fault, so it's on me. Like it's all me. But no, it's on everyone because you're doing it to everyone else too. It's not just you.
Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, no, you're right. Well, that's amazing that it's very hard for you to sin.
And that's why you just feel sorry for people, and you're like, I want the better for you because once again we're all one, and seeing people struggle and seeing people do sinful things and are just, you could tell they're just not, they're mean, or they don't want in life what we want.
Do you have a quote that you live by? Do you have a quote that you live? I have a quote that I live by.
Quote. You tell yours first.
It's everyday thing for me. Don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done. And that's from David Goggins, and it's the truth for me. It's the way I live. I don't stop until I'm done. I'm sometimes up till 1, 2:30 in the morning editing a video or doing homework, and then alright, we gotta get up at 7:30 for class in the morning. Alright. Yeah, I'm tired yeah, I'm barely able to wake up, but you know what? I still do it.
Still do it.
Because you have
Discipline, baby.
Discipline. You have to.
The art of discipline.
You have to. The art of discipline is the best way of self-respect. Because if you don't respect yourself, where are you going to be in the next 6 months? Or in the next week, matter of fact? Where are you going to be? Down in a rabbit hole? Or where you want to be? Damn, I just cooked. That was good.
That was good.
But
I like it.
There's the motivational speaker coming out. But that's the point, is where I try my best to thrive every day. Like for me, I try to thrive in investing. I do forex. I do USD. Well, yeah, USD and the yen, the Japanese. USD and JPY, and I do forex, and I have an indicator, simple algo. Shout out to them. And what I do is I watch the buy and sell signals, and that helps me with chart patterns. It helps me with candlesticks and getting into all that stuff. It's like it's an art. It's a way of, for me, learning more. Like how you meditate when you learn more about yourself. That's me learning more on how I can be better every single day to the point where, okay, I can start actually using real money, because I paper trade right now. I'm not using real money, so I don't risking too much. But I'm at the point where I have to learn more and more and more, so I can be at the point where, here, mom, take $100,000. Take that. I will literally be able to do that soon. Soon.
It's everything soon. I mean,
after this
Jesus told us, when is our life in heaven? When are we going to be free? And he said soon. And they said, what does soon mean? And you say, soon relative to my Father's time. You have to think soon relative to my Father's time is, I mean, so close. We have infinity to go. It's patience. Patience is a virtue. I mean, that's
patience is a virtue to success.
Yes. There you go. There's a quote for you. not my go-to, but it's definitely. I mean, patience is key. I mean, you really gotta
think of something. Like, what is something that you've read before? You're like, and it just opened your eyes. Like, what do you live by daily? Is there something that you live by daily, or is it just the meditations that you do? Is it what?
Live by daily. I mean, God's will. I mean, the simple as that. Just God's will. You have to follow what He has in store for you, because He knows better than you do. You have no idea what His plans are for you, but His plans are always correct.
That's a quote you should live by.
There's just God's will. Simple. Underline, plain and simple. God's will. That's what I live by.
God's will. Yeah. Yeah, also the art of discipline is in there too.
The art of discipline.
Wow.
So many titles we can have for this podcast. What is it going to be?
No, it's a lot. But no. Maybe I can just name it you.
Alright.
You know, your name. But no, we're probably going to have to do a part 2 for this, because...
Maybe so, but...
This is
how many minutes in are we?
47 minutes? About almost 50.
We want to end it at an hour?
You want to end it at 50?
Sure, an hour. Call it an hour. We got 13 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, why not?
Let's see if I get another point here.
Do you have any more points?
Well, I have a good little quote here.
I'm listening.
The self is at the core of personality. So the self, that's an interesting term. The self, it's just you. You're the center of everything. Dead center, because God's at the dead center. So it's the self. It's us as a whole. It's everything combined. It's everything. We're the self. So the self is the core of personality. Personality, emotions, entities that can connect you to a greater thing, and meaning things of goodness are innately within us. So everyone has good in them from the start, because we're the self.
Because God's will as well.
Because God's the self, we're the self. Everything has good innately within them.
Yes.
All we must do is release selfish desires and malicious intent to truly let this shine through. So all your selfish desires, nothing should be selfish. Everything should be for other people. Every single thing you have to think, am I doing this for myself, or am I doing this to better other people? Even in the long run, you have to think short-term goals versus long-term goals.
Or put it in the worldly way. Are you people pleasing, or are you being selfish?
There you go. Simple as that. One of my favorite quotes. I sent you this. Why does God put you in rough water?
Why?
Because the enemy can't swim.
Oh!
So, enemy's gonna drown if they follow you into the water. So that's why you gotta be in the water.
That's crazy.
Even if you don't want to be in the water, the other side's a rainbow. So the other side's
oh
nice
shit! Damn!
Can't wait to get a nice sandy beach.
Oh, bro is cooking.
Nice sandy beach, man. One day.
Where do you want to live after the monastery? And how long do you want to stay there?
So I said 1 to 3 years max. I mean, but.
And what do you think they're gonna do to, let's say, your body, your brain? What are the activities you think you're gonna be doing daily? Like, explain.
I definitely want to increase my fasting. I mean, of course I fast a good amount, but this is one of those things where fasting is stated in the Gospels where you shouldn't really talk about your fasting. You have to work in silence because God knows when you fast, how you fast. I go on different fasting spurts, but it's all like what you want from life. How bad do you want it? Once again. But what I want from the monastery is really to experience that again. To experience the life of true devotion to God again. To experience this path of just moral duty to what you want around you and what you want to immerse your life in. And even though, I mean, I practically live like a monk today, except I eat like good food. They eat radishes and potatoes, and their food is not the best, but that's one of the ways.
That's not healthy foods?
No, it's healthy foods. I'm just saying, like, I get like Donnelly sandwiches, nice sandwiches. I get pasta. I get like steaks. But you don't get that in the monastery. But that's one of the.
But those
the
are disciplinary foods, though, because they don't have much taste.
Of course, they're disciplinary foods, and that's a good thing to live. I want to experience. I want to experience, like, I feel like I don't sing to God enough. You know, singing and preaching in that way is it's just that kind of worship is just it's different, and it gives me the shivers almost.
Yeah, goosebumps, real goosebumps.
I just love.
Because it feeds the soul.
It does. It really does.
Feeds the soul.
And I mean, people who are going to be watching this, like, who is this kid right now?
This is my best friend. That's who this is.
I have changed a tremendous amount within the last year and a half. I mean, a completely different person. But I used to do drugs. I used to go out every weekend, every night. I don't go out anymore. I don't do any drugs now.
What did you used to do? What drugs? What did you used to drink?
Just alcohol and marijuana, really. So, I mean, it wasn't anything crazy, but I used to smoke a good amount, like 4 to 5 days a week at one point. But I don't know. In college.
It's just a waste.
In college, I wanted to make up for that, so I grinded. I ran like 3 miles a day.
Did it work?
My lungs feel great. I mean, my lungs feel fantastic right now. So I don't think the lung. It's all about the brain. It's mind over body every time. Every time, mind over body, mind over body, mind over body, every single time. So you really need to think to yourself, what am I doing to my body, and is it my mind's fault? Because every time, it's your mind's fault. Your mind, it's your body. Right here, the connection. It's your mind and body.
What are the points? Show the people.
Ding 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 ding.
Wow.
And then there's you separate them. Oh, 24 of them.
What?
What? What I said?
24 points.
Yeah. I mean, and then there's more chakra points. Think about your chakra points.
What does that mean, chakra points? Does it mean like nerves or like?
Chakra points are parts that flow through you. They're like, think of like a flute's whistle.
I think
like the flute, the knobs on a flute or whatever, the holes on a flute.
And the air
they
going
produce
through?
Different sound. They flow different air. They flow different chakra through them, and they all connect in different ways. And you can connect on different sides of the body, different chakra points. Every chakra point has a unique quality, and every chakra point has a unique connection to every other chakra point. So it connects you to your being, and it's also like a railroad to the main chakra points. It's a big railroad system.
That's amazing.
It is. It's a big underground railroad system in your body.
Wow, my mind is blown. Not gonna lie, yo, my mind is blown.
I'm glad, bro. This has been a great session here. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my. Oh my God.
Love you, big man.
Love you too, homie. Is that it?
That's a wrap.
All right. I hope y'all have a blessed night, blessed day, whatever time it is for you guys. I'm gonna post this now. This is amazing. I can't. This was an amazing podcast. I hope y'all have a blessed day. And do you have anything to?
Any last words?
Do you have anything to say?
Thank God for everything, man. Love to your maximum capability. Push yourself to your limits and potential, and time is limitless. So go get them.
All right. Bye bye. See ya.